I have been a drama teacher for about 15 years now, since leaving university, and I had a PGCE from Central School of Speech and Drama, and I wanted somewhere to go beyond that. And having also run a children's theatre company for the same amount of time, I felt that I needed to go up another stage further in order to get an expertise. And I've always been very interested in voice because my thing is theatre, and that was the kind of course that I thought would really suit me, because it was practical and it was essentially, you know, really working in the theatre, and it kind of tied very closely in with my interest in Shakespeare as well.
The MA Professional Voice Practice course is designed for people who specifically want to specialise in voice work, teaching voice or voice coaching. And they probably would be wanting to work with actors, either in training or professionally. But it's actually designed with a wider brief than that, so it could be of interest to people from different kinds of backgrounds. And we anticipate that there might be people from a music background who would be interested in doing the course, or obviously people who've already studied drama or acting, or they might come from another related background, and they might be, you know, ideally suited to the course. But they have to have a passion about voice work, and they have to want to really research how the voice functions and the ways in which we can work with the voice so that people can be more expressive and better interpreters of text and more effective speakers.
I think the best thing about it was that it was really focused teaching, because there were only 3 of us. I mean, we were very fortunate. It was as if it was private coaching, really. Whereas other courses around the country, I know they have at least 20 students on the course, and so you don't get anywhere near that kind of one-to-one tutoring that we had.
The course was set up with the support of the Royal Shakespeare Company. It's actually rooted in the philosophy and approach to voice work of Cicely Berry, who is the Director of Voice of the RSC. Although in fact the course is also quite eclectic, so we cover lots of different areas.
The links with the Royal Shakespeare Company were made quite early, and we had the benefits of Lynn Darnley and many other actors coming in from the RSC on a regular basis, who were working with us again on a kind of 1 to 3 basis. 3-hour periods with these type of professionals was really invaluable.
Members of the RSC Voice Department helped to deliver the course, so that students on the course will work with people like Cicely Berry, Lynn Darnley, the head of voice, other members of the voice department. I
really love combining the teaching, the voice and the Shakespeare together, because I think you can teach Shakespeare from a completely new angle. I've learnt that it's so important to get Shakespeare into your body and to do it from a kind of practical and physical point of view, and to enable it to really get right deep inside your voice, and therefore you can learn so much about it, so much more about it than simply reading it, that a lot of children are subjected to in the classroom today. And I believe that there's huge amounts to offer young people using this work, and I think that it's the way forward really for teaching Shakespeare. We study singing as well as the spoken voice. It doesn't matter if people are not singers. We don't necessarily expect that they will have done any singing before, but if you're going to work with performers today, the likelihood is in many contexts actors now need to sing. And to me, it makes no sense that when you work on a production that you have a singing coach and a voice coach. You have a plethora of people working on productions nowadays. And I think that it's one voice. The speaking voice and the singing voice are the same voice, but used in a slightly different way, functioning in a different way. And I think it's quite important for people who are going to study voice and work on their own voices that they begin to have some understanding about that interrelationship between the spoken and the sung voice. So we're looking actually at spoken and sung texts as one of the big things that we do on the course. The best thing about the course for me was the fact that It was run on a part-time basis and also a full-time basis. Originally I applied to do the part-time course because I could never envisage that I would have been able to do a full-time MA, being the mother of 3 young children, running a theatre company and being a drama teacher within a school for a couple of days a week. And so really I ruled out that option, but the head of the course, Alex Taylor, did speak to me and said that actually the full-time course was just 2 to 3 days, although you'd have to put the extra work in outside those hours. And he said that, you know, I would be suited to that. And so I took his advice, and really the rest is history. And I'm really pleased that I did do that, because otherwise I would still be doing the course now and I wouldn't be in work. I would recommend that if you had a family, that it shouldn't put you off doing the course, because there are certainly ways and means that you can get around and moving your arrangements so that you can still do this course. And I think that it would give you a bit of a kind of new direction and lease of life regarding career, and it certainly did that for me. And so, yeah, I think you should give it a try.